Hello, my name is Kathy Walters, and I'm going to be your instructor for HIM 153, Introduction to Pharmacology Online. And so I have created this YouTube just to take you through our course website in Moodle, and then also to go into MindTap and navigate a few things so that you'll see how the software works that you'll be using this quarter. So obviously you're watching the YouTube from Please Start Here. And so I first want to go down here on Moodle to just go into these general course resources right away, and just to let you know that this instructor announcement and news forum is a forced subscription, and this is where I let you know anything. I've done grading, grades are updated in Moodle, something that needs to be communicated relative to the course. This next one here, course questions and student connection forum, that is more related to if you have something interesting you want to share related to the course, or if there's something that you have a question on, I check that regularly. And if your concern is of a personal nature, then it's best to email me. And then two other links here for our online courses for me, and then tutoring services. So let's go ahead and we'll go back up here, and I'll take you into the course syllabus. So here's the syllabus, and obviously you're required to read this. So here is my contact information. Office hours are Monday and Wednesday, 12:45 to 3:15, and I'm in building 30. And there's two parts to the course, and here is the required materials. So it's the 8th edition of Essentials for Pharmacology for Health Professions, and here's the information. If you're taking more than one course with Cengage software, I suggest or recommend that you get this Cengage Unlimited, because it is very cost effective, and there's different time frames are listed here. So that's clearly up to you as to what you want to do. The next thing I have listed here is this is the link into the course. Similarly, it's the same link that's right here that you can get into the course, and I'll go over that in just a second on how you register. So it's clearly up to you what you choose, how you want to get into that. So those are the same. And then just kind of go through a few more things with regards to activities in MindTap will always be designated with a orange dot, something that's orange that you see here that says count towards grade. There's plenty of learning materials that you can do throughout each chapter. There's flashcards, and then there's some items that you must do that count towards your grade. So this is a little bit of what it looks like. There are some new features with this 8th edition, which is new this quarter. There's pronunciation, which is just practice if you want to do that. There's a video library, and there's probably, roughly, I'm going to say, these probably 12 videos. They come from different chapters, not all chapters, but feel free to look at them. And then I'm going to go over this in a minute, but here are the part 1 has the first chapters. There's 5 chapters there, and then part 2 is the rest of the course. So the things that you'll be doing that are required for a grade are entitled Did I Get It?, Putting It All Together, and then a chapter quiz. And so you can read this here, and there's different amounts of takes on things and how much time you have to do various ones. Some of them are unlimited. Just want to speak to technical issues here. If you do have a problem that's related to Cengage, and it is not easily resolved, be sure to get a case number. And then if I need to, then I can contact them and escalate it. But there are some things that I'm not able to help with. Of course, there's a zillion, billion things that can go wrong. I mean, it can be your internet service provider, your device, your browser choice, flash player. I mean, it's endless of the things that can occur from a technological standpoint. So, again, just be sure that you make, get a case number if it's not resolvable and it has to be escalated, and that'll help to have me understand a little bit more of what you're experiencing. All right, and then a little bit about instructional methodologies, academic integrity. If you're a student at Lane, you should be familiar with the standard code of conduct, so take a look at that. And then here, this is a repeat. I also have them, as I showed you already, Tutor Central on Moodle. Here's the library link. This link here for Student Help Desk is not related to Cengage. If you have issues with Cengage, you call the tech support number, which I have right here. Okay, and so you'll do that. But SHED, the Student Help Desk, is more related to, like, if you can't get onto the network at Lane, things of that nature that are more LCC global that you can, pursue. All right, and then a little bit about class participation, and then my late policy. I do not accept late work. So please be mindful of due dates each week, and I'll show you on the syllabus at the end. I have everything listed out. So most weeks are Sunday evening, with the exception of the first week where you have a self-introduction forum, which needs to be done by Thursday evening of that week. So, and then just some learning outcomes. Grading policy is in alignment with LCC. Just to show you here how you can calculate your grade at any time. The Moodle gradebook is the formal gradebook, not the Cengage gradebook, because I extract grades from Cengage and put them into Moodle. So Moodle gradebook is what is the formal gradebook. All right, and then a little bit about online attendance. I'm not going to dwell on this, but if you haven't taken an online course, there is the feeling that some people feel like, oh, well, online's easier than what we have affectionately referred to as brick and mortar classes. And I would argue that. I think online classes, the rigor is just as intense as going to a class, in person at campus. So it's important that you get on multiple times each week and do not leave everything till Sunday evening. That is not a practice for success. And it's not a practice for success for many reasons, but most importantly that you lack command of the subject matter. And then, you have to take do these exercises, and some of them do allow unlimited attempts or 2 attempts, and if you don't do well enough the first time, why, then you have a second chance to do it. Things time out, and so, you want to give an allocated time when you're working on this in the software. But most importantly, if you have a tech problem late on Sunday night, and you email me or you try to call Cengage, and it is 24/7 tech help, it could be a situation where you're not going to be able to get assistance. And those types of things are more a result of you not managing your time. So anyway, okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox now about managing time, but I feel it's appropriate that you get on more than Sunday night. All right, and then at the very last page, before the 2 last pages of the syllabus, I have please scroll to next pages for the course sequence of assignments. And so down here I have everything listed. So as you can see here, let me maximize this so you can see. So everything's by Sunday evening, and here is everything listed out, total of 1445 points. And so I have listed everything here, and this is replicated exactly on Moodle as well each week, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So you have Part 1 exam, which is right at the end of week 2. So we hit the ground running. And then you have Part 2 exam number 1, week 5, and then the final, which is on week 11, is Part 2 exam of chapters 18 through 27. Okay? All right, so be sure to look at the syllabus thoroughly. And so now what I'd like to do is go back to Moodle here. And so this is what they refer to as the course key. And here's the tech support number. And I have a lot of resources here. So this is the registration and login video of how to go ahead and get registered. It's pretty straightforward, getting started. And so other resources here. Mobile apps, some of you want to do stuff from your phone, that's fine. All right, and then here is how each week is set up. And so very similar. And so basically I have the objectives for the chapters, and then I always list everything out here. So this is all due by October 6th. Read the syllabus, create your MindTap account. You got to get your self-introduction form, which is right here, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. I also include the PowerPoint presentations by the publisher in each of the chapters, and you also have that on MindTap. And then I always have some different learning resources available that relate to the particular chapters. Some of them are some that you can refer to for the entire course. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll go into MindTap here. And one of the things that I want to show here specifically is just basic functionality of software. So for example here, where it says expand all right? So I'm not going to click on that for just a minute here, but like for example, if you want to maybe not expand everything, but you want to go here. Okay, so under the video library, you can see here, then when these V's are inverted like that, then it opens it up, and then you can see. Similarly, if you click on it again, it's like a toggle. You click on it once, it opens it, you click on it, you know, so expanding and collapsing is super important. Okay, so you go here to part 1, and then here is chapter 1, and they're all set up similarly. Okay, so notice here, you have count towards grade, putting it all together. All right, and then you're like, oh, I wonder where those other activities are. She had in her syllabus here listed, you know, did I get it? Well, you've got to open these up. Okay, so you got to click and open things up. All right, and so again, as you can see here, there's you know, a vast amount of stuff that can be done, and you can click under different things, even on the practice. You know, you can do various different things. Now, I hit the practice because I want to show you that when it loads like this in the beginning of the quarter, it's going to take a few minutes to have the buffers relate to your device, and you get familiar with the software, and then obviously whenever you click on something to load it, then you start the assignment. Now, if you accidentally clicked on something, there's always an X here in the right corner, so just click that, and then it takes you back. Let me move this over. It takes you back to where you were, okay? And then, you know, if you wanted to close chapter 1 and get on to something else, if you want to open up part 2. Now, I will just show you in chapter 10, after chapter 10, this part 1 exam is located at the end of chapter 10. And similarly, the other ones, after chapter 17 is part 2 exam, and then at the very end of 27. Okay, so it's all open. The only thing that you can't take are the exams, and I make them available on the week, other than the final, on the week, Thursday of that week. So, for example, for part 2 exam, I don't have that, it's due on November 3rd, but I don't have it open for your access until October 31st, because you've got other stuff to do that week, and you can refer to the syllabus for that. Okay? All right, and the last thing that I want to go back into is I just want to show you the self-introduction form very quickly in case you're not familiar with forums, and I have one here that you can look at. But what you do here is, you know, it says, hello, please post to the class an introduction of yourself to your colleagues. So you're going to type your name in the subject text box, and then you're going to answer the following questions in the message text box. Why you're taking the course, your academic goals, your experience with online courses, health information technology, healthcare systems, anything else you want to share about yourself. So you click here, and you're going to add a new string, or it says add a new discussion topic. So you're going to click on that. And then a new screen is going to come up. So I'm going to follow the instructions here. So I'm going to type my name in the subject text box. Okay. So I'm going to type in Mary Smith. Okay. And then I'm going to click down here in the text box, and then away I go. And I'm going to answer those questions and type everything. And then you need to scroll down, and then you click Post to Forum. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hit cancel. But anyway, and then it shows your entry there. Okay. All right. I think I've probably forgotten something. But I do look forward to having you this quarter, and we'll learn about pharmaceuticals. There's a lot to know, and I look forward to seeing you virtually in a couple of weeks or days, September 30. Okay, thank you.